Many of you have asked how I get my handmade look, and so I decided to do this makeup tutorial. Hello, YouTubers. Under his eye. Now, many people pilfer butter scraps from the grocery, and while I do rely on that from time to time, I really like these. If you can see the Smart Butter individual serving packs from before. They're sealed, which prevents anybody from mixing any unwanted substances. You would have to use a pretty fine needle to inject anything in here. Now, first what I like to do is start with a bit of concealer. You can see I have a couple scars, a little uneven patches, blemishes, any birthmarks that you might want to cover up. I don't always use a brush. You can get in there with your finger if you think that'll deliver more of a thorough application. And then after I'm finished with that, I take my blurring pad and I start to apply evenly over the entire face. Now, some people feel that butter from cows has more of an integrity in the lipid structure, but I think Smart Balance has refined its formula enough to the point where there really isn't much of a difference. I generally don't go too much on the lashes during the day, just because I like to maintain that illusion of natural look for the commander. Usually I keep my lips fairly conditioned. I don't really mind the fact that there's not so much pigment, because the red that I'm wearing tends to bring out a lot of the natural undertones of my skin. And if I were to go for something non-translucent, probably it would just clash. I have another one of these that I can open. This one is for contouring. And you can also use it as an eyeshadow. I like to just do a little, because when you wear that big white bonnet, oftentimes either the shadows aren't very flattering or the sun just washes you out. Where is my bonnet? Ah. I'm just going to put on an underbonnet for now because the weather's fairly mild today and I might not be going outside. Now, if you notice, I have a bit of twine here that I've been collecting for months and months and months from the grocery packages. Usually it's pretty thin. It's not very good at bearing weight, but if you save up enough of it, you can weave it together. And a lot of people fashion their noose out of a bed sheet as well, but those can tear, and the commander's wife usually starts to notice if you have a missing fabric in your bedroom. So any material you can collect that can be woven can help to reinforce whatever kind of rope or hanging device that you're planning on using. So I'm just going to finish up this one here. This usually takes a bit of time, but because it's a early Sunday, probably you'll make quite a bit of progress. Usually a braid is a stronger way of reinforcing the grain of the twine, because twine is woven out of very short, small pieces of jute or other similar material. There used to be synthetic twine, but this is all organic twine. So I'll just do a little bit of this, and then you can go to my separate tutorial for how to properly braid a rope. You see, I've divided it into 3 strains, and then all you do is braid from there. You might have to make quite a few of these braids for many, many months. And then an eye could find it in your room and take it away, or something like that. Perhaps I'll use this, perhaps I'll wait until I have a few that I can braid together, and then you keep braiding them together until you have something strong enough. Right, and then if you're very bold, you can see if what you've collected has accumulated enough strength.